Hello there. So yeah, man, it's Daniel here. Today was interesting. I woke up a bit late. Okay. No, actually, I woke up at the right time. But you know, it was a good like how crazy this shit is. It was a good sign. Like it was a good silence. No, no noise. And I was like, fuck, man. I can't remember the last time that was like this. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna enjoy this shit. Fucking. And I don't know why I'm talking like this. This is like Donald Trump, right? Okay, excuse me, right? Um, so yeah, I woke up and then I didn't train. I was like, because it's not like I'm not gonna do it, but like it's hard for me to do it like once I'm back from the work. And I trained. Like, actually was way better because today, man, I I did 321 dials and I got 7 pickups. So like, yeah, 321 dials. I got 7 pickups from this. Like, like volume is not a constraint right now. It's not. I could have hit like 400, but like, I like, what am I gonna do if they don't pick up? I cannot, and like I'm dying. Like I died the whole day, pretty much. I died the whole day. So like, what the fuck am I gonna do, right? And then like the others, they're booking calls, and then I asked like one of these reps. She was like, yeah, this is an old lead that I've been like nurturing him. I was like, hold on, I gotta do that because I stopped doing that actually. I stopped sending messages because my WhatsApp was always going down, always. So, like I'm just gonna die, but like now, man, I see that fuck. I gotta like do both, text and calls because there are people who just don't pick up the phone. You know, but that doesn't mean that they're not gonna be like willing to join the call. And by the way, no, it was interesting because like right in the morning, like this other rep, she's what can I say? She came from a different era, like she's older, and because of that, she got like certain habits, very salesy, and it's more because of her tonality, pretty much. It's because of her tonality, I would say. Um, she come across like as too like salesy and needy, and that that shit repels people, it just repels, you know. And this guy was an A-type prospect, because I listen to the call. I have this thing. I can listen to other people's calls. So and the guy was yeah, I want the the price and how much is it, payment plans, and like of course we cannot say that because like that's the real thing because like I was doing that like in the beginning. I was doing that as a matter of like not a rebuttal. No, it was more like objection handling. Like it's real. Like man, like it's timeshare. One fraction is 4 weeks, and there's types of condoms. There's types of apartments, and then there's types of weeks. There are like high weeks and medium weeks. And then like all of that is gonna impact the price. So like I really need to understand if you want like to take vacations, if you want because if you want for investment, it's more like 6 weeks, 6 8 weeks. That's what would be the most appropriate. So like all of that, it's gonna impact, you know. So, and then she was like, yeah, I make this call, and then I'm gonna show the resort, and like it's wonderful, it's beautiful, and then the guy got turned off, you know. And then I don't know what happened, but she got like very reactive. She's like, oh, that's not how you should treat a human being, and then that's completely like, um, um, it's rude, and then the guy was like, oh, for Christ's sake. And then, well, was a fresh lead. Well, like honestly, like because then I got a A-type prospect. Was pretty like was very familiar, like similar, very similar. And then again, like yeah, man, what's the price? I say yeah, this is gonna depend. Like if you're looking for investment, if you're looking for vacations, you know, and that's why I do the call. I didn't say like that, but like the idea is pretty much like this. And then the guy was like, next week. I was like, no, fuck no. Next week, fuck this shit. Today is Monday, man. Next week, fuck you. I thought, man, fuck you, man. They say, yeah, I don't know, like, I'm already fully booked. What I can do here is like, uh, maximum like 3 days, maximum. And like, actually, now that I'm thinking, like, it's just gonna be 48 hours maximum. Because they're not gonna show, like, even like if it's for the next day. So like maximum 48 hours, and then the guy was like, you know what, take me off your list. I was like, oh fine, I'm not gonna waste my time with you, bro. I didn't say that, but that's it. I was like, okay, fine. What the fuck, man? I'm not gonna waste my time, you know. And that was way healthier because the guy was like, oh, I'm not gonna do it. I was like, okay, fine. Oh, yeah. I got a little like, but what am I gonna do? All right, fuck it. And yeah, man. And like, and then today was good because I had a call. The call with a colleague of high ticket. It wasn't like the one that I'm used to. I think she got a medical condition, but like I think now she's better. I think she's still recovering, by the way. Let me check. Well, yeah. Yeah, I think she's still like recovering. But anyway, and then this guy like he's from like when I started in sales, remote sales. And then I explained to him like, yeah, man, this shit is happening, and there's this and there's that, and like was really good. It was like I could breathe, like exhale, like all this shit that is happening. And then like I laughed. Like I can remember the last time that I really laughed my ass off, like really, with someone else. Like I'm like, yeah, man, that is this shit. And then I say, yeah, man, because this thing happened, that thing happened, and he was like, man, you gotta stay focused, man. And like listening, like that's the thing. Like even like I know this shit, man. The mind starts second guessing. You start like to create traps and all that shit. It's natural, man. But like when you listen this from external source that you trust, that's important. You gotta trust the source because if you don't trust the message, because the message, okay, like when it's inside you, okay, fine, but like still, man, like as you go through your day or through your week and like things don't go as planned, like you start to second guess them. That's the nature. But then like having someone to like um reinforce that idea that allows you to just keep going, and then he was very important in that sense. And I also well, tried to talk with this friend from the past. uh, First off, like because pride and shit, you know I sent a message to his girlfriend. I was like, can you give me the number of so and so, John. Let's say John. Can you give me the number of John? Hey, what's up? Can you give me the number of John? That was just it. And then she just viewed the message and didn't say shit. And then I was like, ah, this is it. But then, like, it wasn't like a finish. Like, I gotta finish this shit. So I blocked him before, and then I unblocked him. send a message, and then, well, he blocked me. Um, yeah, happens, man. Ain't sweet, but at least it's the reality. And now I don't have to stay in denial or like wondering, like, oh man, like, is is he like still like willing to talk? Is he like still like my friend, or is he still interested in like talk with me and chat, like, and catch up? Now I know. I don't have to guess anymore. Sad, but at least now I know. I can move on. Because that was the thing, with the girl from the past and him. Because I think those two, they were like paramount, like fundamental um, pillars of my. They were fundamental pillars. Yeah, fundamental pillars for the construction and the the shape of my previous identity, that was mad, you know. And now that they are both gone, and I know for a fact that it's over, I can move on, and just, you know, be be me, be Daniel, you know. I don't have to wonder anymore, and there is a beauty in that, you know. Let's be me. Let's be Daniel. So yeah, man, that's it. Let's keep moving forward. Let's conquer. Bye.